Thanks for tuning into What the Blank. Let's meet our panelists this week. First tonight, we have the super duper awkward Allie Feldman. In the middle of these lovely ladies is the really uncool Travis Nardella. On the end is really cool Caroline Cristofano. Next, we have public enemy number one, Charlie Fern. Beside him is the better than you, Jordan Betters. And last but not least, we have the always dapper Thomas Mannion. And I'm your host, Susanna Nixon. Let's play with the blank. Here's how it works. I'll read out a question with a blank on it. Then each of our panelists will scribble an answer to that blank on their note card. Then the contestants have the chance to guess what the panelists put in the blank. Each correct answer is 1 point. And the contestant with the most points at the end of 3 rounds will go on to the bonus round, where they will compete to win the 16-month calendar of animal babies. So let's get started. Let's meet our contestants tonight first, however. Tonight we have with us Trey Branch, and it says here you are a CMAT major and a freshman, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
No, because I'm amazing. You don't need to know anymore.
You told me you were going to be famous earlier, is that true?
That's very true.
More famous than Trey Songz?
Definitely.
Trey Branch? All right. All right, and next to Trey, we have Ariana Darling. It says you're also a freshman CMAT major, is that true?
Yes, it is.
And do you have any fun facts about here? It says you like to swim.
I do like to swim, and I'm here to win.
All right. Competition's already heating up, so. Well, in order to decide which one of our lovely contestants will go first tonight, we have to do a deciding coin toss. So I'm going to ask you, Ariana, to choose heads or tails.
Tails.
All right. And it is tails, so that does mean that, Ariana, you are going to be our first contestant to go tonight. Is everybody ready? Yeah. All right, let's get started. So our first question tonight is, little Bobby is so ambitious. Yesterday he said, when I grow up, I want to be blank. Little Bobby is so ambitious. Yesterday he said, when I grow up, I want to be blank. All right, time is up. Let's check back in with Ariana and see what she had to say to little Bobby is so ambitious. Yesterday he said, when I grow up, I want to be
a stripper.
All right. Aim high. All right. Let's start with Allie and see if you got any matches. Little Bobby is so ambitious. Yesterday he said, when I grow up, I want to be
the coolest fish in the sea.
Aww. All right, going on to Travis.
Well, this is my wish. The next Donald Trump.
Oh my. All right, going on to Caroline.
I said Tom Cruise.
Ooh. All right, down to Charlie.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay, going on to Jordan.
I said a substitute teacher.
All right, and Tommy?
A Clinton.
All right, well, I'm sorry, Ariana, you did not get any matches, but you do have 2 more rounds to go, so. All right, let's take a few minutes, though, to meet our lovely panelists tonight, starting at the top with Allie Feldman. How are you tonight, Allie?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you've been on the show before, but.
Yes. So if there was one food I could eat every single day, it would probably be donuts and cheese sticks.
Ooh.
That's a great combination.
I know.
You know what, Travis?
But it's delicious.
But it's pretty delicious. Mm-hmm. All right, well, lovely having you back again. Also returning tonight, we do have Travis Nardella. How are you tonight, Travis?
I'm fine.
Would you like to tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm a recently formed believer.
Okay.
Justin Bieber's album is
Wow,
straight fire.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm with him on that one. I am with him.
All right, well, it's always wonderful getting to know our panelists a little bit better, but let's return back to the game. Yeah. It is now Trey's turn. So, are you all ready for the question?
Yes.
All right. This year, instead of coal, Santa's giving all the bad kids blank. This year, instead of coal, Santa's giving all the bad kids blank. All right, time is up. Let's see what Trey had to say to this year. Instead of coal, Santa's giving all the bad kids.
Pencil erasers.
All right. That's pretty sad. Okay. Let's see what our panelists had to say, starting with Allie, too. This year, instead of coal, Santa's giving all the bad kids.
I said veggies.
All right, going on to Travis.
I said special edition Tom Brady footballs.
All right.
Are they deflated?
Yeah.
Okay, good, yes.
Going on to Caroline.
I said Donald Trump toupees.
Going down to Charlie.
Ben Carson stickers.
On to Jordan.
I said pickles. No? Okay.
Okay, and down to Tommy.
Mono?
All right. Well, those were very creative answers, but sadly no matches for Trey either this round. But we do have 2 more rounds to go, so be sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
All right, welcome back to What the Blank. We have 2 more rounds to go in this exciting competition. But before we get to our second round tonight, let's go back to meeting some of our lovely panelists. Starting with Caroline. Welcome back, Caroline.
Thank you.
You've been a member of the show the entire season this year. Would you like to tell the audience a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. I'm very excited for Thanksgiving break. I mean, it was winter break. Winter break. I'm excited. I want to see my dog.
Aww. Are you excited to see your family too?
Yeah.
All right, well, it's always lovely having you back. And let's go on down to Charlie. Charlie has been also with us since the first episode this year. He was one of our first contestants. And Charlie, is there anything you'd like to say on the last episode this year?
Well, yesterday was somebody special's birthday. Happy birthday, Brittany.
Aww.
Britney Spears. Yes.
Britney Spears.
Happy birthday, Brittany.
Do you know how old she was?
She is 34.
Wow, she doesn't
She's
look
still
a day over
rocking it.
25. All right, well, let's get back to the competition. Ariana is going to start with our first question of the second round. All right, here's the question. With Christmas being such a popular holiday, it is important not to forget all the other celebrations that take place this time of year, like Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and blank. With Christmas being such a popular holiday, it is important not to forget all the other celebrations that take place this time of year, like Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and blank. All right, time is up. Let's see what Ariana had to say to, with Christmas being such a popular holiday, it is important not to forget all the other celebrations that take place this time of year, like Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and
Leif Erikson Day.
Leif Erikson Day?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you got any matches for Leif Erikson Day. Starting with Allie at the top. Other celebrations this time of year, like Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and?
National Cat Day.
Oh, that's a popular one. All right, going on to Travis.
Boxing Day. It's the day after Christmas.
Okay, going on to Caroline.
I said poppin' bubbly on New Year's Eve.
Turn that.
Going down to Charlie.
Christina Aguilera's birthday, December 18th.
All right, lots of birthdays this time of year. Okay, going on to Jordan.
I said my birthday.
All right. And when's your birthday?
December 5th.
All right, and Tommy?
That's a New Year's.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Ariana, there were no matches to Leif Erikson Day, sadly. But there is still one more round to go, so you could jump into the lead. All right, that does put us into our second question of the second round. This question will be Trey's question. It is, we all know that one person who has everything this holiday, just trying to get them blank. We all know that one person who has everything this holiday, just try getting them blank. Time is up. Let's see what Trey had to say to, we all know that one person who has everything this holiday, just try getting them
Nothing.
nothing. Well, that simplifies things. Okay, let's see if you have any matches. Starting with Allie at the top, we all know that one person who has everything this holiday, just try getting them
A tiny hat.
You can never have too many. All right, going on to Travis.
I said a gift card to Starbucks.
You can never have too many. All right, going on to Caroline.
Try and get them wasted.
Okay.
Never have too many.
Oh my God.
Going down to Charlie.
You should get them a significant other.
You can never have too many.
Yes.
Going on to Jordan.
I said toothpaste.
Oh.
You can never have too many. Going on to Tommy.
Money.
You can never have
You
too
can
much.
never have
Yes.
too many. You can never have too many dollars.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, Trey, there were no matches in that round. We do have one more round left to go. So hopefully we'll get some matches in the third round. So stay tuned for more What the Blank. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back to What the Blank. We are in our third and final round tonight and still no matches, so we're gonna see how this all works out. We're gonna start with Ariana this round. Is everybody ready? Yeah. All right. First question, round 3. Mom really loves to bake during the holidays, but unfortunately, she's not very talented. Last night, Dad found a blank in his Christmas cookie. Mom really loves to bake during the holidays, but unfortunately, she's not very talented. Last night, Dad found a blank in his Christmas cookie. All right, time is up. Let's check back with Ariana and see what she had to say. 2, Mom really loves to bake during the holidays, but unfortunately, she's not very talented. Last night, Dad found a
tampon
in his Christmas cookie. All right, let's see if you got any matches, starting with Allie. What did he find in his Christmas cookie?
I said a mint.
Going on to Travis.
I said a flower. Like a flower. Get it?
Oh, okay.
It's funny.
All right, going on to Caroline.
I said a Band-Aid.
Okay. Going on to Charlie.
I said a pea. Like the vegetable peas.
Yeah.
That would be pretty gross
That would be
either way, but especially
kind of like
in a
raisins,
cookie.
but worse.
Yes, much worse.
Okay, going on to Jordan.
I said a spider.
Oh.
Okay. And Tommy?
A mixing spoon from the batter.
God, just left it on in there.
Yep.
Threw it right in the oven.
All right, still no matches. But we will see if Trey will make that up in our final round. But before we get to that, let's meet our final two lovely panelists tonight. We have one new panelist and one returning contestant tonight, starting with Jordan. She's been a contestant on our show before.
Yeah.
How are you tonight, Jordan?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Would you like to tell the audience a little bit more about yourself?
When I was 10, I was an honorary Toys R Us employee.
And what does that mean?
My aunt worked there and I went to work with her all the time. I learned the system. I had like my own name tag. I knew where all the toys were.
So you basically knew.
Yeah, I was employee of the month.
Oh,
it was great.
That's so cute.
At 10, very accomplished, right?
Very accomplished.
Yeah.
And look at you now, you're on a game show.
Yeah.
All right, well, lovely to have you back, Jordan.
Thank you.
Let's meet our newest panelist tonight, Tommy. How are you tonight, Tommy?
I'm pretty good.
All right, and would you like to tell the audience a little bit about yourself, or?
I am a Polynesian dancer, which is basically a male hula dancer.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
I know dances from the islands of Tahiti, Hawaii, Samoa. things like that.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, we have lovely and talented panelists, and it was lovely to meet you all tonight. But we do have one more question in our third and final round. And this is Trey's question, so let's see how he does. All right. Final season is just around the corner, and everyone is really stressed. I don't know about you, but I have so many projects, I just want to curl up in a ball and blank. Final season is just around the corner, and everyone is really stressed. I don't know about you, but I have so many projects, I just want to curl up in a ball and blank. All right, time is up. Let's see if Trey got any matches to final season. It's just around the corner and everyone is really stressed. I don't know about you, but I have so many projects. I just want to curl up in a ball and
Cry.
cry. Yeah, I feel that. All right, let's see if you got any matches. Starting with Allie, you just want to curl up in a ball and
shed some tears.
We have a match. All right, going on to Travis.
I said cry.
Another match! Going on to Caroline.
I said curl up in a ball and ball.
Another match! All right.
I hate to break the
Down to
streak, but
Charlie.
because they're in a ball, they would roll away.
Oh, clever. But no match. All right, going on to Jordan.
I said cry.
Oh, 4 matches. I think that's a record in one question.
It is.
All right, going on to Tommy.
I said die.
It rhymes. Go.
But
It rhymes.
it does rhyme,
Okay.
so
Never
props
mind.
to you, Tommy.
Damn, nice.
All right, well, that does make Trey our winner tonight. All right, but before he can go home with this lovely 16-month animal babies calendar, as well as 2 mini chocolates with caramel inside, he has to win the bonus round. So, Trey, I'm going to ask you to choose one panelist with whom you feel a special connection with, and you are going to compete with them to get a match in the bonus round for the prize.
Okay.
Is there anyone you like to compete against or
Can I-
with?
Can I pick the purple shirt?
Purple shirt, Travis. All right. So it is Travis and Trey in our final and bonus round tonight. Are you both ready?
I'm trying. Yeah.
Both ready?
Yeah.
All right. Your final bonus question is marry blank.
Me? What? Was I not supposed to say that?
We have a song.
This track is a banger, right?
Especially the first.
Oh yeah.
All right, time is up on our final bonus round question. Will Trey win the 16-month Animal Babies calendar as well as 2 caramel chocolates? We're about to find out. What did you say to Mary blank? Mary?
Beyonce.
Mary Beyonce. All right. Let's see what Travis had to say. Mary.
I kept it very politically correct. I said Merry Holidays.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't have said neither one.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Trey, you did not win the final bonus round, so we are going to have to save this for next semester's What the Blank. However, you are still a winner in our eyes, and you got 4 matches in 1 question, which is a record for What the Blank. So let's hear it for Trey.
Nice.
Thanks for tuning into What the Blank tonight. We had an exciting show. We'll be back next semester for What the Blank, so stay tuned on Thursdays. See you next semester.